Welcome to the first Malt Monday of 2025. Now, I missed the one just before the new year. Things are crazy around the house with work, so I was a little bit late getting some videos created, but all on track now, and hope you had a fantastic Christmas and things are shaping up to be a really amazing new year for you and your families. So, welcome to Malt Monday. I'm having a Oliver Series O cigar, Robusto size. Oliver, one of my favorite brands, along with Perdomo, that I tend to really lean towards and enjoy as my daily go-to cigar. Fairly mild, nothing overly. Just a nice, mellow, very enjoyable smoke. So I'm enjoying this to go with this week's whiskey selection. And so this week, I don't have a big bottle. I was gifted a Mystery Dram box created by Tasty Dram I believe it was from the Aberdeen Whiskey Shop. And I was gifted a box of 5 different samples of whiskies, none of which I've seen available here in Canada. So I think this will be a first time, or one of the few times I can source these whiskies here in Canada or enjoy these whiskies here in Canada. But today I am sampling, and I've never had this whiskey before. So unlike the other whiskies on the Malt Mondays I have tried before, I have never ever tried this one. So this is going to be a completely brand new experience. It's the Kilkerran Batch 5, produced by the Glengyle Distillery in Campbelltown, on the west, in the west of Scotland. I'm really excited about this one. On my previous video where I previewed Ardbeg, I'm really looking for very heavily peated whiskies, and this is supposed to be a very heavily peated whiskey. So I'm looking forward to this. Now, this is bottled, this is fairly strong, bottled at 57.7 ABV. So definitely on the higher side. So I will be adding some water to this. I'm going to take a sip before I add the water, so I can kind of do it before and after. So it comes in these nice little 30 mils, 3 centiliter bottles. So let's see. I'm not sure if this has been, we'll find out in a second, I think, if it's been chill filtered, or if it's being colored. There's no statement. I don't have a bottle, just a preview I have on this video image. So I'll check into it. I didn't find anything stating it has or hasn't been chill filtered or had the caramel coloring added. Right, let's see. On the nose. Whoa, definitely get that punch of alcohol. Hits almost at the entrance of your nose. You get that shot of alcohol right up the nose. Let's try again. Yeah, you're still getting quite a lot of that alcohol. You're feeling the strength of the alcohol in the nose, on the nose. Yes, getting the peatiness, getting some smokiness there, but there's also a real like citrusy, like a lemony kind of. yeah, underlying that is lemon. Yeah, this is going to definitely need water. Alrighty, on the palate. Wow, packs a punch. Peatiness, a campfire, a hint of vanilla, caramel. Still getting some of those citrus notes, and really blends down into on the finish into a nice subtle smokiness. Heavily peated, but it's not overwhelming. Yeah, so I'm going to add maybe just about 5 milliliters of water. We'll just let that sit for a couple of seconds. It's really too bad in available in Canada here, or where I'm located at least, that we don't really get too many bottlings at higher alcohol levels. And it's not about having a high alcohol content so that you can get drunk. Really, I don't drink whiskey to get drunk. I don't think many single malt lovers do drink their whiskey to get drunk. But it's the higher alcohol content that really absorbs a lot of the flavors, a lot of the nuanced notes, and they cling to the alcohol. So you pick up on those a lot more. This is a fairly young whiskey. It's from what I understand, it's every several years the distillery in Glengyle, the Glengyle distillery, every few years will bottle another Kilkerran. Will create another Kilkerran bottling, and some of them are different percentages. So I believe this was bottled in 2021. So it's a fairly young whiskey. So I'm not getting a huge amount of the cask notes in this, the bourbon, ex-bourbon, ex-sherry casks. I'm not getting a huge amount of the cask in the whiskey itself. I'm just getting a lot of the punch from the alcohol level and from the peatiness initially. So I'm not getting a huge amount of the oakiness that you might find in an older, more aged, mature whiskey. So that's just sitting there. I'm seeing if I'm not really detecting a lot in the way of cloudiness actually. So is that telling me that this has been chill filtered and they've taken out a lot of the residue from the casks? I'll give it a couple more minutes. Okay, so again, I'm trying to see if I can detect any. I'm getting a little bit of the cloudiness there, or is it the cigar smoke? No, I'm getting just maybe a hint of the cloudiness. I'm going to, if anybody knows if Kilkerran, if it is chill filtered, drop me a comment below. I'd really like to learn a little bit more about this. Okay, so now I've added about 5 milliliters of water. So let's see what happens here. Yeah, it's lost that big alcohol punch. I'm still getting the smokiness. I'm getting the toastiness. I'm still getting a hint of the lemon. It's toned down quite a bit. Not as heavily peated as I would anticipate that I would think it was, given that it's labeled as heavily peated. I find it's pretty comparable to the Ardbeg. In fact, I think the Ardbeg might even be a little bit more peaty than this. Not as creamy, actually. I'm losing a lot of that vanilla that I had initially. On the finish, though, still getting some of the peatiness. Not a bad whiskey. I'll be honest, I was expecting maybe just a little bit more. Maybe as it evolves over the next 30 minutes, 40 minutes or so, we'll see what happens. But right now, I mean, it's not bad. It's really not bad. I might not rush out and buy it if I do see it. I think I'm really still between this and the Ardbeg. I think I'm really into the Ardbeg a little bit more than this, but it's not terrible. It's not terrible. I think I saw that this is on sale in the UK for about £90 a bottle, which is 200 Canadian, 180, 90 Canadian. I'm not sure I would spend that much on this, but not shabby, not by any stretch, not shabby at all. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, it's not too bad. Again, between this and the Ardbeg, I'm going for the Ardbeg. All right, guys. So a quick Malt Monday. If anybody's ever tried the Kilkerran, the other bottlings they have, drop me a comment below. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Maybe there's another batch. This was batch number 5. Maybe there's another batch which maybe might give me a little bit more of what I'm looking for. Yeah, drop me a comment below. Yeah, I'm really trying to grow this channel, and you'd be doing me an amazing favor if you haven't already, if you could subscribe. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers by the end of January. So that's my goal, my target, my ask, my wish. So let's see if we can make it happen. So if you haven't already subscribed, I'd really appreciate it. You'll see some new content coming on this channel. In addition to the cigars, the whiskey, the other lifestyle content, I'm also adding a bit of commentary. I'm not sure, you might have seen my video earlier regarding the change in Canada's political system. So I'm adding a little bit more commentary. So check out that video if you haven't already seen it, about Trudeau resigning. But yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts if you've tried Kilkerran. If you have if there's any malts you think I should explore, I should try it, drop me a comment, let me know. But again, please subscribe if you haven't already. I would truly appreciate it. And if you enjoyed this video, giving it a thumbs up. So once again, Happy New Year. I truly hope that on many different levels, 2025 is a much better year, and we're going to start seeing some sanity returning to the world. I'll leave it at that. Let's start, hope we start seeing some sanity returning to the world. It's been very challenging, but in the meantime, I hope you and yours are healthy, are well, and all the best for an amazing 2025. All right, guys, sláinte.